it's interesting because if you're delivering news that the person likes, you're great.
Yeah.
If you're delivering news that the person doesn't like, you're awful. I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun place to be.
And I think that fans can relate to like a boss in that way too,
Yeah,
right?
I would hope so.
And that's kind of who you are.
Yeah. I mean, look, my whole thing on this was I had to make it my own. And I had to create, to me, in my mind anyway, and this is also based on some early conversations with Hunter about it, where it was like, he said, like, I want this to be different. I want your general manager shtick is going to be, it's not going to be the typical, authority figure we've seen necessarily in the past, right? Yeah. You're not necessarily going to be this, and obviously there's been some, major differences between some of the characters we've seen in those roles, but it wasn't going to necessarily be this sort of insecure, power hungry sort of guy right off the bat. It was, he said, I want you to be more you, like more kind of calm and collected and, all business. And I went, I think I know what you want. I think, that sort of, obviously there's a lot of coaching involved and stuff like that. But, in the beginning I was like, I think I've got what you have in mind, and we sort of went that way and it seemed to work. How
did this come together? Because when I saw you last summer, you were kind of auditioning in a producer role.
Yeah, I didn't have any job then. Now I have two. Yeah.
So what are the two jobs? We see the one on TV.
The producer and a talent. So I have two contracts, an employee contract as a producer and a talent contract for the general manager.
So I assume you're getting double the pay.
Well, it was something like that.
So you were auditioning as a producer, kind of testing things out. How did that then go to, we have an on-screen role for you?
It was pretty short and sweet like that, actually. We were in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
And when would this be?
This would have been, I guess, maybe around early autumn last year, like September-ish, maybe late August, early September. I remember it because it was the first day that Cena came back for his run. Like he had that run on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
And it was because it was in Hershey, and so because I think maybe I just bumped into him and so I remember that, and then I was in the meeting and Bruce Pritchard came and grabbed me and was like, hey, let's have a quick conversation. I was like, okay. And he was like, first of all, how are you doing physically? I'm like, oh, great. Like, no problems, all good. He's like, we got a role for you, and he's like, just wanted to double check that you were okay, with the possibility of that. I was like, yeah, of course. And it's, a couple of weeks went by, carried on, doing the thing. And then I was at home and I was walking out the door. I can't remember where I was going, maybe probably to the gym or something, or to pick up Donovan from school or something. And the phone rang. It was Bruce again. And he was just like, General Manager of Smackdown. And I was like, works for me.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, and then he just laid out the the terms as far as like the back end, as far as like what it would look like in terms of my agreements and all that kind of thing. And I was just like, sounds good, whatever works. Let's just get going. Let's just get to work.